Hello everyone, my name is Andrew Bosher, and today I want to show you guys how to make some steezy pads using just the noise oscillator and the Thor synthesizer in Reason. The track that you just heard was something I just made for this tutorial real quick, but I want to show you guys how to make those thick, lush pads from noise from scratch. So let's get started. I do have a new project opened up here, and for time's sake I did just copy and paste the notes from the last little side project there over to here. And in my rack I did right click and create a new combinator. In the combinator let's right click and create a Thor synthesizer and click to show the programmer, and make sure to right click, reset the device, or initialize the patch depending on what version of Reason you're using. Now at this point, let's go to the Polyphony section here, and you can set this completely to taste. I'm going to set the release polyphony to 8 and the regular polyphony to 8 as well, and that way if I wanted to have the amp envelopes release higher with any complex chords that I have, it would still hold those chords after the note's been triggered and still keep the width. If we go into the oscillator section here, let's go into the first one and create a noise oscillator, and make sure to activate all 3 oscillators into the filter here. Now create noise oscillators in both 2 and 3, and as you can see, the default setting for the noise is white noise, which is essentially the representation of all frequencies of sound. So let's change this to bandwidth noise. What bandwidth noise is? A low pass and high pass filter working together to essentially hone in on a specific frequency. And depending on the knob here, the noise mod, it will open up the filter or close it very tightly, depending on if you set it to 0 or higher. To set it to 0, what that does is it actually starts to represent the note in its frequency. So you can start playing notes and it will start you'll start to hear the note. And it's just simply honing in on the exact frequency of what that note is, and it represents that. So if we listen to it now, the track that with the MIDI that we had it in there, and everything else default, the filter envelope, amp envelope, filter, this is what we get. And just like that, we have a new way to create lush pads. We can use them as undertones, we can use them as leads, we can use them as whatever we want. And I didn't do anything but just change the oscillators to noise, to bandwidth noise, and turn the noise mod all the way down. You can start to make cool effects if you start turning up the noise mod, as you can hear right here. So the world is your oyster at this point with this type of patch. So that's just a very quick and effective way to make lush pads using just noise. And you can do anything you want with this pad. And so please experiment heavily. And so thank you so much for watching. Any comments, feedback, I'd love to hear from you guys. We're all students in this, of course, and again, this isn't necessarily the right or wrong way to do this type of sound, but it is an effective way to get started. So I hope this helped, and thank you so much guys for watching. We'll see you next time.